What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of Sword Art Online, Alicization, World of Underworld. Bruh. Holy fuck. This episode. First off, fuck you, A1, for that ending. Fuck you, double fuck you, triple fuck you while you're at it. No what? Quadruple fuck you for that cliffhanger. Fuck you. Also was coughing up some blood, which you guys know broke me to my very soul. Broke me to my very core. Man, it'll probably make for a funny tweet on Twitter. Yeah, man, this episode was awesome. I love that little like reveal, callback, whatever you want to call back to season 1. That was awesome. But bro, that ending though, like, come on, Reki, why? Or A1, whoever, why? Why must you do this to me, man? Come on. Anyway. Enough of me rambling. Let's just jump right into this. Because this was definitely an amazing episode. We got a lot to discuss here, man. A little lot to discuss. Anyway, so let's just jump right in. Which actually, like, right before we jump right into the episode, there's this one quick funny story I gotta tell right quick. So, actually, a few days ago, on the 19th, actually, I'm looking at the message. I'm looking at it right now. Was Chairman Williams' birthday, which you guys know who is the English voice. Also, you guys know how much I love Austin. It's pretty much a meme at this point on my Twitter. But, you know, I found this post from Funimation. Saw it on my feed and said that it was a birthday. I was like, oh, cool. You know, so I post something on my story. I posted the post on my Instagram story and said happy birthday to the voice of Austin, and then I tagged him. I also posted something on Twitter as well. And so I posted, not really expecting her to see it, because this was like late. This was around like 7, 8 o'clock-ish, 9-ish, I think it was when I posted this actually. And I'm expecting, like, you know, she probably won't see it, you know, probably get lost in the shuffle with a bunch of other people wishing her a happy birthday. Yeah. Then, like, an hour later, or whatever, I find her in my DMs on Insta. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, holy shit, she's actually in my DMs. She actually saw the post. What the hell? You know, I sent it to my man Emmanuel, and he's like, bro, I bet you were on the close to having a heart attack. Yeah, dude, I was damn near having a fucking stroke. But, yo, she replied to the post saying thank you. I told her, of course, you know, you're welcome, and I can't wait to hear you voice off again when the second half of Underworld airs on Toonami, whenever that may be. Honestly, I don't know what the fucking vibe is. But yeah, nice little funny story I got. I just had to top it up because I found that kind of funny. But anyway, enough of that. Now let's just jump right into the episode. So we start this episode off with Sion visibly going over to where Alice is with Bjerkeli and the whole fight with Gabriel. She gets there, of course, she's too late. She sees Alice, like, holding Bjerkeli, you know, she's crying and everything. And so she lands, she tells her, that, like, you know, that, or Alice comes up and actually asks her, are you from the real world as well? You probably guys didn't hear anything else on the mic or anything, that's, I got a fan going on. Because like I said, it is too damn hot out here, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, that's it. Hopefully the mic doesn't pick it up. But anyway. So, she goes over, so she tells them, yes, I'm from the real world. Yeah, and I was here to come over here to save you, but of course I was too late, yada, yada, yada. I'm sorry. But she's like, no. But Alice like, no. I was a fool. You know, and you know, goes on, and then Sion, and she also asks her, like, you know, how's Balgi? She tells that Alcina and the Human Empire are holding the guys up with this bill. Alice goes off to say, okay, I'll head north back to the battle and help him out. Sion stops her and tells her, no. You gotta go over to, you have to head south and head over to, like, the terminal or whatever. I forget exactly what it was called. But you gotta return there and hit, like, the console or whatever. And, you know, you'll go from there. You should hear voices from the real world. And so she's like, why should I? Isn't Emperor Vector dead? And Sion's like, yeah, so here's the thing. He didn't actually die, like in the real world. So, yeah. Yeah, so she explains that, you know, that even though if real worlds die in the underworld, they don't actually lose their life in the real world. So it's like the opposite of what happened in SAO. But anyway, so she tells her, so she tells her, and then, Alice is, like, distraught by this news because she's like, oh, did Uncle die in vain? This was all a farce, a duel between two, a fight to the death was all a farce. She's at third, and she's, like, holding Sion, and she's crying and everything, and then she's like, and after she says that, Sion says, so, was what happened to Kirito, the damage Kirito sustained, also false? And she brings on that, well, yes, he's still alive. The damages, the injuries, and whatever he sustained are indeed real. Like, as we know, the man is pretty much brain dead at this point. So, and then she goes on about how, that even that his damaged soul, this, that, and the third, they're all real, and all that stuff. And they're questioning and then Steele says, I liked him very much, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, with this dialogue, I see you, Reki, I see you, motherfucker, I know what you're trying to say there, motherfucker. Please stop. I swear, man, it's almost, I've mentioned this before, but I don't know if I'm going crazy. It's almost like when all the rest of the characters from SEO came back, they brought the show's original baggage with them. I don't know, but maybe it's just me, but whatever. So, and she goes on why Kirito goes on went to such lengths, to save her, and it was also to save you, Alice, and that this is what he wanted to do, save you, so you can go back to the real world and all that shit. So eventually Alice agrees, and she goes off and goes south, and she also asks her right before she goes off on her dragon down south to the console or whatever, to the terminal. She asks her, can I come back to this world? She's like, yeah, as long as this world is still standing, you can come back and visit your loved ones, which is what she said. She said, will I be able to visit my loved ones? Which I found that kind of weird, because, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Alice say in, like, the first season, or the first half of Alicization World, or maybe this was in the, Alicization, first season of Season 3, or first part of Season 3, whichever you want to call it. Didn't she mention that she would give back, like, her body or her mind or whatever to the original Alice that she took from? So I don't know if she means it like that or whatever. But anyway, after that, so then we have to head back to East Khan, I think they say his name, and Scythia, I think is how you say it. The warrior too, the orange-skinned warrior guy and the purple integrity knight. We see them again. They're slicing and dicing through their guys, and Scythia with her sword. We all know that thing can cut, but man, do we really see how well it can cut? It cuts through everything like it's fucking butter, ladies and gentlemen. Like, she's slicing dudes like in half, and like the top, and like the whole top section of the body is ripped clean off, or you have them where she like slices them diagonally, and like you see them like have their body kind of like slide down. It's really cool. But anyway, and we also see East Khan, going at it. It looks like the dude like tore his Achilles or something, because we see him like step and let the colors go inverted for like a split second. He's like, ugh. So I don't know what happened. He might have injured his foot, tore something, but whatever. And they're just going at it. And then actually while Scythia's fighting, she kind of like stops for a second. She like grabs her chest area. She's like, what is this pain I feel? I'm like, bitch, I think you fallen for our boy East Khan over there. So, and then later on she goes on about, we see like his reflection or whatever in her sword. And she goes on like, oh, I want to sever the hand. I want to relive that battle that rages inside of me. I want to sever the hands. Oh, I want to sever his hands that are like me. That are tough as diamonds or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's a funny way to show your love for the guy. But hey, whatever floats your boat, I guess. So, and then like her sword cracks. Right when we see her face. So she finishes off this last dude, and her sword just completely disintegrates. And so then she heads over back to like where her dragon is. She's like, yo, you gotta do your job. Let's take a rest. So they're kind of just sending difference in the East Khan apologizing, like, I'm sorry you lost you destroyed your precious sword because of me. And then, she's not the case. And we actually get like this really wholesome moment between the two. And I think I mentioned this in my reviews for the first half of the Alicization World Underworld that I shipped these two. But if I didn't, I shipped these two hard. So so she grabs the dude's face and she says, no, I finally figured out why I kept slashing. Was to find the thing I wanted to not slash. To find the thing I wanted to protect, and that was you. And I'm like, oh, that's such a cute little moment. And then the dude starts to tear up a little bit. He's like, damn it, I wish I could have started a family with you. Like, that's legit what he said. And I'm like, I mean, man, the guys over there are still ways away. Y'all could do it right now if you really wanted to. Just saying. But, anyway, so we get over there. And so they kind of like, and then we see in the background they kind of hug, which I was kind of pissed off about. I'm like, motherfucker, Repki, you got no problem with seeing like fucking Sugu get raped or whatever by tentacles, you know. But you can't let these two kiss for a second. Like, come on, man. And you better not kill these two off, man. Repki, I swear to God, you better not kill these two off, or you better at least let them die in like a blaze of glory, going out like that one chick from the first half of Alicization where like her armor broke, or she started like crying blood or whatever, holding back that hammer. You better have them die like that in the blaze of glory times 20, my God. So anyway, after that, they kind of just like, yo, they got like get ready to fight up these guys, this army guys. Then we head her back to Austin when she's with the main. Back in the front lines. So she goes to get healed up along with Klein. They kind of talk for a minute. You know, Klein says, man, I owe you guys so much. I can never pay you back. You know, he also has to, you know, is Kirito around? And she's like, yeah, he's around. Just, you know, you should talk to him. Maybe if you tell him it was one of your bad jokes, he might wake up and shoot you out. Yada, yada, yada. So they get up. Both of them are like, all right, we got this in the bag. There's only about one round left. The guys left. They're like on the last line of defense. They're almost there. They got the battle won. That's what they're thinking. But as Austin and Klein get back up, we get closer with Austin's eye, and we see someone kind of rush right past it. That was actually a really nice little shot right there, actually. So then, anyway, so once after that right half, we see him right there, and Austin's like, and she's like kind of getting kind of scared a little bit here, which this part of the episode just legit broke my fucking heart, because y'all know I hate seeing Austin sad. It legit breaks my heart. Legit, I've got a problem. But, so she asked Klein, like, hey, does that guy look familiar? And Klein looks up at him and was like, it looks familiar? I mean, with that rain could cover his face, I don't know. And then it hits Klein. And it took me a second to realize it too, because I didn't pick up on this initially. But once we saw the flashback, I was like, oh shit, that's actually really cool. So the Klein looks at him for a bit, and then he's like, no, it can't be. It has to be a ghost. Am I seeing a ghost? And Austin looks at it again, and the dude pulls out like this butcher knife, and we find out it's actually the leader of Laughing Coffin. Yes, Gabriel's brother was a member of Laughing Coffin, was the leader of Laughing Coffin back in SAO. That is fucking cool. And they called like Poe, I think his name was. I think it was called P-O with the capital H. I believe how Klein said it. But, you know, and I thought that was really cool, because, you know, that was like some callback to season 1. And I thought it was really nice. Now, I don't know if any of y'all picked up on that. If any of y'all who watched this video picked up on that little thing and you guys have a feeling that the Gabriel wasn't being him, write it down in the comment section below. So here's how many of y'all actually picked him up, because I did not. I don't even know if that was even in the first season. Like, I know the dude was in there, but I don't know if his design was like that. If his design was like that in season 1, props to Rector there. That's actually really cool. If that wasn't the case, this was like kind of like retroactively added just, you know, last minute while I was writing season 3. Or while I was writing the Alicization arc. But I thought that was really cool. But regardless, I think that's really cool. Nice little callback, you know, like little nice little callback to season 1. But anyway, after that, we then see like these red beams come back down. You know, the ones that are used for the characters. You know, when the new like your characters come down there for the next wave of attack. They come down there, and Austin's like, no, stop, please. You're like, yeah. And you know, her face, her voice actor, like, yo, I like legit. I hate seeing Austin sad. That shit legit breaks my heart, man. Like I said, I got a problem with this woman. I don't know what it is, but Austin be hitting different for some reason, man. But I just hate seeing Austin sad. It breaks my heart. It breaks my very soul, you know. But, so, you know, they come down, and then Klein says that these guys ain't from America, these guys ain't from Japan, this force is from somewhere else. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is indeed true, because these are the type of gamers that take their gaming very seriously, ladies and gentlemen. These are the kind of motherfuckers, now, these are some of the crazy motherfuckers that'll sit there in, like, internet cafes and play games for like 40 hours straight, 72 hours straight, 80 hours straight, fucking 100 hours straight. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about gamers from China and Korea. And I'm not even really joking when I say, I mean, I am, But I'm also not at the same time. Because if I remember, I'll leave a link up in the iCards above to a video from Review Tech USA. He did this video back in 2013 about this Taiwanese guy that actually died from playing Diablo 3 for 40 hours straight, never once standing up, never once stopping to take a bite, to take a piss, nothing. He just sat in front of that computer in an internet cafe in Thailand or Taiwan playing Diablo 3. And he also mentioned that there's other stories coming out from Asia, there was this Chinese guy that apparently was gaming for 40 hours straight. A guy guy from Korea that apparently died from exhaustion playing some game for 80 hours straight. These I don't know why it's always from Asia that these stories kind of come out. If I have any Asian viewers or people who live in Asia that watch my videos, tell me down below if you guys know the reason why this kind of happens in Asian countries, why they're usually always coming from there about people that play games in internet cafes for 30, 150 hours straight and never took breaks and end up dying from blood clots or exhaustion or what have you. Because I find these kind of stories very interesting. But anyway. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave that video up in the iCards above. I saw another video from a video from the Philippines that had this 13-year-old kid that legit just sits there for 48 hours straight to the point where his mom had to come in there and practically force feed the kid to make sure that he's actually eating. It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. Asians don't fuck around with their gaming apparently. I mean, I know the Japanese don't because they make the best games. I mean, why do you think PlayStation has been kicking Microsoft's ass when it comes to exclusives? I mean, Microsoft ain't got shit on Persona, Nier Automata, which I know this came multiplayer, but you guys know what I mean. Final Fantasy, fucking Metal Gear Solid when that was a PlayStation exclusive, and bunch of other shit. PlayStation, the Japanese do not fuck around with their games, ladies and gentlemen. So then we head to Seoul, South Korea, and we see with this kid with green hair with a bowl cut. I legit almost thought it was Recon for a second there, legit, because the green hair and everything. But the dude's like, oh man, a god would list soon, whatever. So then he hooks up into his Astrosphere, whatever the hell those fucking VR things are called. I forgot the name of them. But he hooks up and he gets these messages about this new game coming. Atmosphere, I think is what they actually call the game, actually. The Alicization or Underworld world, whatever what Gabriel or Scrooge are calling it. So he gets these messages, and then he gets this call from this chick, I should say hot redhead chick from Shanghai, China. And whoa, damn, she's fine, man. Y'all know I love redheads. She got glasses too, which that's double for me. But they kind of talk for a minute. She's like, yeah, you know why not download the client software? And then the dude's like, you know what, fuck it, got some of my friends playing it, why not? He downloads the software. We head over back to with Higa, and they're climbing down the corridor. And so they go down there, and she and then what's her name? Rinko, that was her name, took me a second to remember it, says, wishes him luck, and says, sorry for doing this, to Ayo is introducing the guy that's accompanying him, and so, don't worry, man, and, she's like, keep an eye on helping him, that's it. And then we see a shot of him going for, his side. Now, at first, I was like, what the hell is this point of the shot? But remember that shot because it's going to come important, because it's going to be important to say, because this was kind of cool, but also, fuck you, A1, for doing this, kind of pissed me off. So, anyway, we have back to Gabriel's crew in the main control room. They go after there, and they find out that actually the main bulk hut is, or whatever it's called, it's been unlocked, it's disconnected. So of course they send two of his guys to go check it out. We then head back to the actual game itself, where Gabriel's brother, he makes his whole speech about the Japanese have hacked our server, they've getting rid of our administrative privileges, this, that, and the third, go kill them. And they're like, alright, yeah! So they're charging in for it. Also falls down, also get this pain, this lightning thing, kind of appears by her head. She falls to her knees, starts coughing blood. Once again, that just hurt me, man. That just hurt. And then Klein and Agil come in there. They're like, don't worry, Austin, don't overdo it. Let us shine from it. So then we get this montage of Klein, Agil, Liz, Silica, Silica's little dragon even got in on this action. Slicing and dicing motherfuckers. So after that, we see there's kind of this light going out. We see another light or whatever. No, no. We actually get the shot of Austin looking up at Gabriel's brother, and Austin's just kind of looking a little creeped out, a little scared. That's hurting, man. But that's gonna be an interesting fight. When we see that's gonna be interesting. What's Recky have in store for us? That should be interesting. That should be an interesting fight when we actually see that thing. We also, oh no, I almost forgot this before we jump right into the ending. We also saw Sion. We went back to Sion as well, and we saw her meet up with Gabriel. Gabriel did appear back where he was, and he comes out like this purpley ooze, like black ooze stuff. I don't know why it is, but he comes out there and he has this badass track coming. I think they were singing in Latin. I'm like 90% sure it was Latin, but it might have been Japanese. I'm not sure. Either way, it sounded awesome and gave Gabriel this epic entrance. So he goes in there and he sends his hands out like he's trying to cop a field. I'm not even joking, his hands were legit in the position you would if you were trying to cop a field. And then he just closes his hands, and then Sion's like, and she obviously recognizes him for that dream that she had back in, the first half of War of Underworld. I was like, was that the first? Was that just an Alicization? But no, it was War of the Underworld when we saw Gabriel and he says, that also said that completely in English too. But anyway, we end the episode off. This just pissed me off. This was just like fuck you, A1. But he gets down there. He connects his laptop up to the server or whatever, and he's in. He has Kirito's Fluck-like and everything. He's ready to go. But then Yuga comes out and says, "Don't move!" Pulls a gun on him, and then they cut to the ED. Legit, he pulls out his gun, he tells him don't move, and they kind of just back away, show him this wide shot of the two of them, and before they just go to the end credits. You motherfuckers, you really gonna leave me on a cliffhanger like that, you motherfuckers? Alright, fine, I see you, A1, I see you. But anyway, guys, with all that and also, by the way, you guys need to check out my reaction to this episode, because my reaction to the ending of the episode, ooh, it's priceless. So check that out when that video drops. But in all seriousness, guys, this episode overall was fantastic. Art and animation was on point. I'm really digging what Gabriel's gonna be doing with Sion. That should be an interesting fight. Also with Gabriel's brother, you got the additional history there from Laughing Coffin, so that should make it even more interesting. Because I believe that was also in that one episode of SAO where they were trying to solve that murder mystery of whether they were ghosts actually at SAO or something. Anyway, with all that being said, I give this episode a 9.5 out of 10, guys. So yeah. Also, guys, can we talk about how good the water looks in the ED? I don't know if that's hand animated, that's CGI or what, but damn, that water looks good. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that was all done by hand, normal animation, or if that was all CG. I don't know, but man, does it look good. Anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you feel like it. Links down in the description box below, and as always, back for more. See you guys next time.